Hi guys, I'm Jessie.
And I'm Jackie.
And we are back today with a mukbang and story time. So today we couldn't decide on what to get to eat. And we decided on, ready?
Oh, ew, I think I should bring a little
I think I already showed mine too, but we can show it again. One,
Okay.
2, 3. In and out, and not just any. We got a double, so we'll see if we can finish it. I think we are for the challenge.
Oh, I always get it, doubles. Well, I love In-N-Out. I think In-N-Out is mostly in California, but if anyone ever comes to California, you have got to try In-N-Out, and it's delicious, super fresh. Oh my god, my saliva is like coming out because it is so good.
We forgot about our soda.
Oh!
How rude! We got Dr. Pepper. We love Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. A lot of people say it tastes like medicine. Maybe it does, but it tastes really
To me,
good.
it's fine.
Oh.
So, do you guys have, what do you guys have with like your fries? I always ask for spread. I love to just put it on top, and yeah, I love it. Have you guys tried to ask for their spread? It's delicious.
I have to eat my fries with nothing, just plain.
I know. You don't even put like ketchup on your burger, huh? Cheeseburger. I hate saying burger. I feel like I can never say it correctly.
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
We should bite into our hamburger. Okay, so look, this is how it looks. So good. I asked for no tomatoes because
but extra onion. No,
I just feel like the tomato kind of gets really soggy and it's just I like
sorry, you can keep telling
what
your
would
story.
it be, like raw tomatoes?
Yummy.
I don't really like them kind of cooked, but I'm so excited.
I don't mind it, but I feel like when they're cooked. Oh, I had a brain fart. When they're cooked. Oh, I can't taste the onion as much.
Oh my god.
Can you pick some?
I had to take a really big bite. My
Why?
mouth couldn't open.
Oh my god. I always have to go ham on the fries first.
So, in this mukbang.
Mukbang.
Yeah.
I get confused.
I
I don't even know if we're saying it right.
Well, me and my sister wanted to have a little story time because I've always been a very unique child since I was, well, obviously when I was small. I think I used to scare Jessie all the time with this certain topic.
We're totally opposites when it comes to this.
Uh-huh.
So this story time will
Basically
revolve around Jackie's stories, and I think there's some maybe that you haven't even told me. So I'll get to see, like, I get to ask her some questions.
So basically the topic is like ghost or like paranormal stuff, which I am prone. When I was smaller, I was very prone to seeing a lot of things. I swear, guys, I'm normal right now, but before, I don't know why I would see those things. And okay, so I would encounter a lot of like weird stuff, you know, like stuff moving, or like I'll kind of see like a shadow and I would get scared, but it wasn't anything.
They give us napkins.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so basically I'm gonna take you through two of my really top scary ones that literally I kind of have proof that it was real, because I don't want to come over here and tell you guys stuff that isn't real, or just like, oh, I thought I saw something. No, these two things happened, and I remember it vividly, clearly, because it was a very scary moment in my life, and there has been only a few of those. So these are the top two that I will be telling you about. So when I was smaller, they were remodeling our house, our old house, and that house was full of weird stuff going on all the time. My mom would hear stuff, my sister Jess would hear little things, but they wouldn't see like physically something, or like they would just kind of hear stuff, or stuff will get kind of thrown. So we were remodeling the house, and and my mattress was on the floor, and me and Jesse used to sleep together. And I remember that I don't know for what, I woke up and I saw, we had like a sliding door on the side, and I kind of just opened my eyes and I saw like this white glaring thing, and I was like, oh my god. And so I kind of just closed my eyes, and then I opened them again, and it was there, and it was staring at me. And I got so freaked out that I went over to, like, I turned around, and like for some reason I couldn't say anything to Jess, because I felt like maybe I didn't want to scare her or something.
I would have passed out. I can't handle things like that.
Yeah, Jesse is not. And so basically what I did was that I turned around and I was like, that's not real, it's fake, it doesn't exist. And right as soon as I said that, like, okay, this is the weirdest creepy part. So I felt like, to me, I felt like it was a pen that was just going around my forehead, and like it literally scratched me. Well, okay, I felt that it was like scratching me because it was like the pen side where you write. And I got really freaked out that I just grabbed my blanket and I pulled it up, and I was just like, oh my god, like what is happening? Like this isn't real, like what's going on?
Were your eyes closed at the time?
It was pitch dark because it was at night. Oh, there we go, I forgot.
Okay.
It was pitch dark, it was at night. And then after I put my covers, then it went like, I didn't hear nothing, or nothing was going on. So like I was just like, wow, I'm imagining things. And then I pull out the blanket from my face, and then all of a sudden I hear like something coming out of like the living room, like keys. I have my keys over here, kind of like this, like that, but just a little softer, like that. And it kept coming closer and closer and closer, and I would get really scared. I got really scared, and I was just like, oh my god. And like I started crying, and I grabbed my blanket and I pulled it up, and I don't remember anything after that. So I think I like fainted of being scared. Like
That's
I just
so scary.
yeah, like I just like cried myself to like, I don't know, not being conscious. And so the next morning I woke up and I told my mom, I'm like, oh my god, Mom, I had a really bad nightmare. I had a dream, like. And then my mom's like, oh, it's okay, don't worry, it was just a dream. And I basically told her everything. And so after I had breakfast, I went back to my room and I was doing the bed. And since it was on the floor, it was a little bit harder for me to like do my bed. So I went around to where the sliding door was, where I was sleeping, to fix the corner. And you guys are not gonna believe what I found. And this is the most scariest part, because this is where it is something that is like not real to something literally being real. It happened, and that freaked me out because, like, okay, so the mattress is on the floor, and right above where I was sleeping, so it would be on the floor right above my head, I found a pen and keys. And that's when I freaked out, and I literally went and I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, look, exactly what I told you, look, it's there. It was not a dream, this was real. I'm so freaked out. And I think after that,
what did Mom say?
Mom,
like, did she believe you?
Mom believed me, but I think she wasn't trying to be scared, because she never said like, oh, Jackie, it's in your head, or nothing. She's just like, she tried to like make me feel better. And then after that, she's like, Jackie, if this happens again, like, wake me up, or like wake up your sister, or like. And I think after that, the sliding door had a light, so I always turned it on, and that helped a lot. But that was the most creepiest thing that ever happened to me up to this date. Like, it's scary. And like, I've always kind of told Jessie like things that would be happening, and she would be like really scared, and she's like, Jackie, don't talk to me about that stuff, like it's scary, it makes me scared, and like I don't want to hear things and stuff. So yeah,
That's really scary.
That was very traumatic for me.
Like, honestly, for me,
I'm glad I came out normal.
I can't handle any of that kind of stuff of like ghost stories or anything like that, because I'm those type of people that will like think about it and get scared and get paranoid. That's why, like,
And even
in our
imagine
family,
things, right?
yeah, like, well, I don't know about imagining, but I do, like, I'll think about it a lot, and I'll freak myself out. So, like, whenever our family wants to talk about, like, scary things, like ghost stories or anything like that, I'm always like, oh, if you guys are gonna start talking about that, like, I'm gonna
She'll literally leave.
I'll leave.
She's like, I don't want to talk about it.
I don't like it. Like, I'll literally probably have to sleep with the light on because it's that bad, or like some type of like night light. And I hate that I'm like that, but I can't change it. I'm even too scared to watch scary movies. Like, I'll watch it, but you'll have to like really convince me to go. I am definitely a little chicken shit when it comes to all that stuff, because it's just way too crazy for me. Damn, look at this huge ass piece with lettuce.
So good.
This is so good. I felt so bad when you were telling your story because I was just like going ham on the
I know, and I'm like,
hamburger.
I need to like hurry up so I can eat. Yeah, so oh my god, there's a fry in here.
Really?
Yeah, look guys. I don't know if that was purposely there or like it fell off my mouth.
I know that a lot of people have like ghost stories when it comes to the what do you call that board? I know in Spanish it's
Ouija board?
Oh, yes. So that
I've heard a lot of crazy stuff about it. I haven't played it.
And there's a movie about it too, and I watched it. It was kind of scary.
It's weird because like you don't want to think that there is like some type of other dimension, but a lot of people experience a lot of those things. And for me personally, I am a believer, but just because of things that have happened to me, and it's kind of like I have to face it. It could be real. Like, you don't know if maybe your head could be like messing with you and stuff, but like I feel like it is real, and I experienced it. And like, I actually, when that happened, I thought that maybe my sisters were playing with me or my brothers, but no one ever admitted to it. So up to this point, to me, it is paranormal activity. But I don't even know why I didn't get like traumatized, just because I feel like that is a very traumatic moment.
It is.
And like, who would want to experience that? It's like, it's scary. No one wants to experience seeing. Oh, and I didn't even know if I said, but it's like I saw a little boy.
Well,
and
okay.
Like,
oh, you can say it and then I'll.
I saw like the little boy. He was probably like 4 years old. I didn't get to see like features of his face, but I could see like a glare, like a glowingness. But I can see that it was a little boy and kind of boy features, but I couldn't see it. And he seemed like an angel, but I don't know if he wanted to play, or I'm not sure.
Where we used to live, it was a cemetery. Or at least that's what they would say. And maybe, we never talked about it with our neighbors, but maybe like they had experienced things as well, and it would have been a good idea to like kind of talk to them and see if they had experienced anything. For me personally, I couldn't wait to get the heck out of that house, because everyone had scary stories to tell from that house.
My whole family has experiences in that house.
You had the most experience with like spirits or ghosts or whatever. Oh, I can't even talk because I feel like my food is going down really slow. But yeah, I couldn't wait to get out of there. And now that we've been in the new house for a while now, and I haven't heard anyone say any scary stories. Like, this house was not made in like 1950s, so it was more of like I think it's like, yeah.
Oh, it's a newer building.
Like, no one has, died in there and left their spirit. Like, thank God.
Well,
a lot of scary.
A lot of our family members at the old previous house, they would see a tall, bulky man. And remember, our neighbor told, I think, my brothers or my dad or someone from our family that
he died there.
He literally died there. And I think the lady had, like, I don't even know if it's possible to lay his body, like, in the house. I don't know if to come to view, but the guy said that, like, literally he laid in the house. He died in the house, and he was laid there for, like, viewing kind of thing. And I was like, oh my God, I don't even know if that's legal, or I don't even know if it's real what he's telling us. But that is so scary, because he described that man was so tall and, like, bulky. And a few of our family members would see a tall, bulky man. And I don't know if his spirit kind of stayed there, or our house was a portal kind of in between dimensions.
That's
I don't know. But it was scary. And
I feel like if it would have been a portal, we would have seen, like, a lot more crazy things. Because Jackie will watch, like, these shows where people have experienced paranormal activity. And sometimes I'll just, like, you know, go sit next to her for, like, 10 minutes and watch. And 10 minutes will turn into 30 minutes. And it just, like, the stories that people tell are absolutely insane. Like, there will literally be a ghost, and they will have, like, recordings of the ghost telling them to, like, get out, and, like, sounds like a demon voice or something.
If that is real,
I wouldn't be able to live a normal life ever after that. Like, I would freaking panic. So I don't know if you guys have watched shows like that. What is it called? Or, like, on what channel does it come out? Because that's, like, really
they come out on Netflix. I think it said, like,
is it
like paranormal,
something like paranormal, right?
Not witness, but it's like someone that has experienced that, and it's literally the title. I'll write it down below just in case you guys want to watch it. But
oh yeah,
I watched a couple of them.
Oh.
And I love watching shows like that, because it's like, it kind of makes me feel sometimes weird, because, like, I don't want to be, like, the only one that has seen these things, and there is out there people that have experienced things like this. So it kind of makes me feel a little bit better, like, oh, I'm not the only one. But it's not good to feel like you ever went through that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna go into my next one. And oh my God, I'm sorry, I burped. Let me get some water. Oh,
what the heck? This is, like, my last time I can try.
So
I didn't do it. I didn't open from any of the 4 sides.
So I don't see any of those things now. Now I'm completely normal. I don't see those things. I don't want to see those things anymore. Like,
maybe if you would have, like, practiced. Oh, ew, what would you practice? I don't know.
Well,
maybe,
you know, like, how there's people that will say, like, they'll talk to other people, or they're literally walking to house and see stuff. But you don't want them to, like,
possess you.
No. And I don't even think that I would want to help someone bring out that part of me, if that does exist.
Yeah.
Like, I want that to stay in the past, and that's it. But okay, so the next one was, I was young again. I think that one I was, like, probably 11 years old. I think the other one I was, like, no, boy, it kind of happened, like, around between the ages of, like, 8 to, like, even maybe I may even say 12, because I was older, but I was still a kid. So we went to Mexico to visit my grandma, because my grandma lives in Mexico, and she has this really beautiful home, and I don't even know how many generations that house has been there, but it's very, like,
it's very
older
old
look to it. I should ask my grandma to see how old the house is, because
I bet even Dad would know.
Yeah, I should ask, because I'm very curious to that. So in my parents' room, that used to be my dad's room before he came to the United States, and they still kept the room, and it has a lot of, like, old furniture and, like, old antique stuff. So me and Jessie would sleep with my parents, because there would be one room and I would have 2 beds, and since me and Jess have been the smallest, we usually stay with my parents. So one night, we obviously fell asleep at night, and then for some reason I woke up. This is so weird. I always say for some reason because it's just, you don't wake up to a noise, you just wake up. And you're just awake, and you're like, why am I awake? Like, what's going on? Nothing. It's pitch quiet. So you're just like, that's weird, and you try to go back to sleep. So I woke up, and I'm like, I kind of like started to scooch in a little bit, and then like, so my head is kind of tilted like that, right? And when it's tilted, if I look kind of straight, there was a dresser, and in the dresser there was a mirror, and through that mirror I saw a gentleman sitting in a kind of like a rocking chair that was in the middle of my parents' bed and mine and Jesse's bed. And I freak out. I'm like, oh my god, what the heck is that? And then I turn around, in like real life, I turn around to see to my right hand side, and there's nothing. And I'm like, oh wow, I'm imagining things. And I try to like kind of cuddle in to try to sleep again, and then I look through that mirror again, and the guy is there. The guy is staring down at me, and he's just looking, and it freaked me out.
And what was he wearing?
He was again in white, and I remember he had like those kind of typical white shirts, like kind of like really nice cotton, older material. And he was wearing like white pants, and he had again that glow. And at that time I kind of could see some type of feature or in the size of like his body, like thinner man, older man. Well, I looked again to the chair, nothing. I would look in the mirror, he's there. I freaked out. I grabbed my blanket, I pulled it up, and I started to like cry, and then bam, I fell asleep, or I fainted, I don't even know. But the next day I tell my mom, I'm like, Mom, I don't think that this was a dream, but this is what I saw. And my mom's like, oh my goodness, Jackie, you just saw your dad's grandpa. And the freaky thing about this is that my dad's grandpa, he wanted to speak to my dad before he died. They were super close, and he wanted to speak to him before he died. And I don't think my dad made it to when he was able to speak and have like a good conversation with him before he passed away. And like, my mom thinks that she's actually seen him before, and she's like, he keeps appearing. Like, he appeared at our old house, and then he appeared again at my grandma's house in Mexico, where he actually lived. And everything that I described, it was my dad's grandpa.
Like, so he wants to talk to him.
I think that he wanted to talk to him, but then saw his kids, and he was just like, wow, these are my great grandchildren, grandkids. And that was another one that was really scary, because that one was literally a mirror reflection. Like, I can only see him through the mirror, and in reality, if I looked on the side, there was no one.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are my two top scarier ones that I can remember. If you guys want to hear more stories, smaller ones, you can comment and ask me questions. I don't feel weird about asking anything, because, you know, it's a part of me, and I've faced it. Obviously, I wanted to stay in the past. I don't want to repeat it, because it wasn't fun. Like, it would be scary. I would be scared at night. I would be like kind of always wanting to have someone next to me when it was like dark. And
you know what I was just thinking? Well, you should eat, because you haven't really been eating, but it would be like, I wonder if Dad would ever be willing to meet with, I think you call them like mediums, the ones that connect to spirits, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if he'd be willing to, because I feel like our great grandpa has really tried to communicate with him, and whatever he wanted to tell my dad before passing away, he still has it in his mind. Like, obviously he just still wants to say it. And what if he's not even in peace? What if he had to say something super important? Like, I feel bad, but who knows?
That's so true.
It would be, I don't know if our dad would be willing to do that, but it would I think it'd be nice.
I think you'd definitely be down. I think it would be very interesting to hear what the lady would, or male would say, because I do feel like my dad's grandpa keeps coming to tell him something, and I feel like in a way his spirit is not fully at rest.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am almost done. I have, oh, it looks big there, but in person it's like not that big of a piece.
I still have kind of like half in a way. It's just that I've been talking a lot.
And I am so full. I usually get doubles with Jackie. Like, we'll get it when we're together, and I finish it most of the time, but I think right now I can't. I don't know if I can, just because even though you've been the one that's been talking more, but I've been talking a little bit. And when I eat slow, I end up getting full faster. Does that make sense?
Do you have anything to say, like, how it was having me as a sister while I would experience those things? Because you would know.
How annoying. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like, Jackie trying to get the spotlight again.
Now I finished chewing. Okay, now let me drink my soda. I'm just kidding. I don't think I gave it much thought, honestly, because you were experiencing that when you were small, and I'm younger than you, so by a couple of years. So I feel like I didn't really like know as much that was going on.
Maybe
but
exactly what was going on.
Parts that I do remember was that I was just kind of like scared of you telling your stories. Like, I didn't want to hear it. I was not up for it. But
and my
honestly,
brothers never made fun of me.
No, like, props to the people that go through all of that, because what if you're scared, you know, like, what if that was happening to me and I couldn't stop myself from seeing those things and knowing how much of a scaredy cat I am about ghosts and spirits? Like, I think that I would have some serious problems. Like, I would be really, probably, like, anxious all the time, or I don't know, like, something not awesome.
Now that I think about it, I'm just like, how am I even, like, well, I consider myself kind of normal, because I went through a lot of traumatic things, but I've kind of in a way erased them. Like, I don't think about it ever. I just kind of try to, like, not, like, it kind of didn't happen, but I know that it did. But
good night, you guys. I'm just kidding. I'm so full. I'm good, love. Enjoy. Enjoy your cheeseburger with your fries and your Dr. Pepper. I feel like sometimes I can't, like, I'll have like a little bit of my cheeseburger left and like I'll throw it away, but I tend to always pick up the fries. I think we're like potato lovers. Potato anything. I want to go to like a place where they just sell nothing but potatoes. Like potato pancakes, potato fries,
potato pancakes.
Potato.
So I have a question for you. How would you feel if your daughter or son inherited my ability?
I'd give her to you. Here, you can have her. No, I mean, I would probably go to you for advice, and if it started messing with her head, I would maybe try to get her some help to see if there's any
like a
way
psychologist,
to, like,
right?
Yeah, or like someone that she can talk to and can help her, like maybe someone else that has experienced that. Because honestly, I don't even know how you go about that. Like, I don't think you can even control it. It's just something that you have. But I would try to see if it's something that can get controlled. That's so scary. Because I think what you have it like a little bit. You have like the small opening where you can see that side of the other world, or whatever you would call it. But other people have it like
severe.
a lot more than you, and they see a lot more stuff, and they can either choose to live with it, and maybe that's why some people become mediums, I'm not sure, or they just kind of go crazy. That sucks. Hopefully it's not the second option. Imagine being with someone like that, like your husband. That would be a little scary too.
That would be.
Be like, deal breaker. Just kidding. Oh, it's delicious. Hey, that was a terrible shot. Well, that pretty much rounds up our whole story time. And this time it was Jackie's story. Time to tell her story. I obviously don't have much to say about that. But if I have anything interesting happen to me, we're going to have to do another little story time.
I think maybe you have had little things, but nothing that maybe you have already forgotten about it.
I'm all done.
But yeah, this was delicious. I'm down to just my fries. I ate all my burger, my cheeseburger, and you guys have got to try In-N-Out. If you live in California, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, if you come visit,
stop on by.
In-N-Out, fresh, delicious,
hella cheap.
And Dr. Pepper.
I never get lemonade. We never
Delicious.
get lemonade. Dr. Pepper's the way to go.
Or Coke. But isn't Dr. Pepper is a
Well,
Pepsi or
Coca-Cola.
Coke?
Wait, I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys soon. Bye!